Climate change, biodiversity collapse, and ecosystem degradation are accelerating. But global governance remains slow, fragmented, and too often powerless. The Global Climate Authority is a new vision for protecting the planet we all depend on. This idea was born from years of observing forests, oceans, climate systems, and the impact of human activity on all of them. Documentaries, scientific reports, and first hand accounts reveal the simple truth: nature is collapsing, and the systems meant to protect it are not keeping up. As ecosystems degraded, one realization became clear: the planet, the forests, the oceans, the climate itself has no voice, no representation, and while agreements exist, the Earth cannot speak for itself when decisions are made. Climate change is only one dimension of a much larger crisis. Biodiversity loss, soil degradation, collapsing fish populations, and polluted oceans are all symptoms of the same underlying reality. Human activity is overwhelming the natural systems that keep our planet stable. The GCA is not another organization built on voluntary pledges. It is the world's first global climate authority, a structured, integrated, and enforceable system that finally gives our planet a legally mandated voice. At its core are two principles: independence and the planetary boundaries. The Independent Science Council is our compass. It brings together the world's leading geoscientists and ecosystem experts. Their sole mission is to define, monitor, and communicate the planetary boundaries, the safe operating limits humanity must respect to maintain a habitable planet. They provide the factual, unbiased, and scientifically rigorous foundation for all GCA decisions, ensuring policy follows evidence, not politics. The Earth Guardians Panel is the GCA's most transformative body, composed of global citizens, Indigenous leaders, youth voices, and representatives of vulnerable communities. It is purposefully insulated from political and economic interests. Its role is to ensure that GCA decisions reflect the long-term well-being of life on Earth, not short-term profit or power. They are the planet's advocates, safeguarding the integrity of the Earth system above all else. This governance model operates continuously, using advanced satellite systems and environmental sensors to track in real time the state of the planetary boundaries and the major emitters affecting them. This impartial monitoring builds the transparent evidence base required for the next step. The legal and enforcement body addresses the greatest gap in global climate governance: enforcement. It is a specialized tribunal, staffed by international jurists, empowered to hold nations and corporations accountable when they breach the planetary boundaries. This is not a forum for negotiation, it is a court for climate justice, equipped to issue sanctions, remedial actions, and reparations when the evidence demands it. Creating the Global Climate Authority is not an abstract dream. There is a viable path within existing international law. It begins with a global mandate. The international community, either through a new treaty or a UN General Assembly resolution, formally establishes the GCA as the institution responsible for safeguarding the planetary boundaries. This step provides both legal foundation and global legitimacy. But crucially, this process does not require revising the UN Charter or negotiating decades-long treaties. It relies instead on mechanisms the UN already uses to create independent bodies, expert panels, monitoring systems, and even judicial institutions. Next comes the construction of the GCA's independent pillars. Countries nominate scientific institutions for the Independent Science Council, while civil society organizations select the members of the Earth Guardians panel. These bodies are deliberately designed to remain free from political and economic influence, ensuring the GCA's compass always points to science, fairness, and the planetary well-being. Member states then adopt the Statute of the GCA, defining its mandate, its powers, and its independence. Once approved, the institution becomes operational. Its Science Council, Citizen Guardians Monitoring Network, and legal body are activated gradually, following the model of other successful UN-created authorities. Finally, the system begins to enforce. Global satellite networks, sensors, and data platforms track the state of the planetary boundaries in real time. A specialized climate tribunal is established with the legal instruments needed to enforce decisions, issue sanctions, and require remediation, ensuring that no actor, public or private, can breach the limits that keep Earth stable and habitable. In short, the tools are already there. What has been missing is political will and the recognition that the planetary crisis demands a new kind of institution. What truly sets the GCA apart is this structure, the Earth Guardians Panel. It is an independent body, selected through a global, transparent, and fully apolitical process. Its only commitment is to the planet and to future generations. The panel analyzes, recommends, and oversees, but above all, it prevents national interests from blocking what needs to be done. It is the ethical and scientific backbone of the GCA. Unlike traditional environmental agreements, the GCA does not rely on political goodwill. Here, decisions are binding, compliance reviews are automatic, and corrective measures are triggered whenever a country fails to meet its commitments. It is a blend of international law, science, and planetary duty, and it is what turns promises into action and commitments into real outcomes. The GCA is designed to solve problems the world has known for decades, problems that persist because no one has the authority to act. Deforestation, fossil expansion, ocean degradation, polar destruction. These continue because there is still no institution with real legal power to intervene. The GCA closes that gap. It is the missing layer that can turn scientific warnings into actual protection for our ecosystems. The world has reached a turning point. We have more scientific clarity than ever, but political actions continues to lag behind. Existing agreements depend on consensus and voluntary compliance, which slow us down at the exact moment when speed is essential. The GCA responds to this gap. It gives the world the authority, the independence, and the structure that current systems simply do not provide, and that we urgently need now. For the GCA to become reality, we need a clear and credible path. It begins with drafting a treaty that defines its powers, its jurisdiction, and the way its members are selected. Then comes global ratification, countries formally agreeing to accept its authority. And once activated, The GCA, its tribunals, and the Earth Guardians panel can begin delivering real protection for the planet. A vision becomes an institution, and an institution becomes action. Thank you for watching and for caring about the future of our planet. In upcoming presentations, I'll explore real-world scenarios where a global climate authority could make a measurable positive difference. See you in the next video. Bye!